Secular humanist sociology insists on restructuring the family. It calls for the end of the traditional family unit. Humanists believe that traditional views of marriage and the family are too restrictive and oppressive. Mankind cannot achieve its full potential until the family is freed to experiment with openness.
Sociologically speaking, secular humanism has a very weak view of family life, father, mother, and child. In fact, the secular humanists have been behind the feminist movement. They've been behind the homosexual movement. Their view, which they think is somewhat open-ended, resolves, sociologically speaking, into an anti-family position.
Secular humanist sociology looks down on any worldview with dogmatic restrictions against premarital sex, adultery, divorce, pornography, and especially homosexuality. Secular humanism has helped usher in the sexual revolution, including the homosexual revolution and radical feminism.
Where we see that operating most clearly is in the homosexual agenda. The idea that it's just as good for two men or two women to have sex as it is for a man and a woman. Now, Christian people would have cause to argue with that, but if two men want to have sex, that's their choice. However, that's not enough. Now, gay activists want all society to honor that choice and to say, through public law, that this kind of choice is just as good as a man and a woman. And if you look at it through the lens of secular humanism, you have to see, well, yes, it is.
Secular humanism attacks the very core of the biblical view on sex and marriage. Humanists don't believe that sex should be restricted to monogamous, heterosexual marriage. Divorce and abortion are viewed as rights that should be available on demand. The results have been catastrophic. America's illegitimacy rate is reaching 30%. Half of all marriages end in divorce, and tragically, 1.5 million babies are aborted every year. While there may have been other factors that have contributed to the sexual revolution, at its heart and soul was the worldview of secular humanism. The sexual revolution grew out of the belief that people are naturally good. In order to release this goodness, oppressive Judeo-Christian influences, such as the Bible, must be removed. According to secular humanistic sociology, culture shapes the individual. Humans are primarily evil because their cultural and social environments are evil. Humanists also believe that the present society is poorly structured because it does not encourage people to express the proper attitudes and often causes them to repress their better tendencies. The inherent goodness of human nature has been stifled by these influences. Secular humanist sociology calls for social reforms to guarantee man's future tendency for good.